my money when I'm in need. Yes, it's a trifling friend indeed. Oh, she's a gold digger way over town that digs on me. She give me money.
Now I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke. Now I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke. Get down, girl, gon' ahead, get down. Get down, girl, gon' ahead, get down. Get down, girl, gon' ahead, get down. Get down, girl, gon' ahead. Cutie the bomb, met her at a beauty salon with a baby Louis Vuitton under her underarm. She said, I could tell you rock, I could tell by your charm. Far as girls, you got a flock, I could tell by your charm and your arm, but I'm looking for the one. Have you seen her? My psychic told me she'll have a like Serena, Trina, Gina for Lopez, 4 kids, and I gotta take all they bad to showbiz. Okay, get your kids, but then they got their friends. I pulled up in the Benz, they all got a bin. We all went to den, and then I had to pay. If you f***ing with this girl, then you better be paid. You know why? Take too much to touch her. From what I heard, she got a baby by Buster. My best friend said she used to f with Usher. I don't care what none of y'all say, I still love her. Now I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke. Now I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke. Get down, girl, gon' ahead, get down. Get down, girl, gon' ahead, get down. Get down, girl, gon' ahead, get down. Get down, girl, gon' ahead. 18 years, she got one of your kids, got you for 18 years. I know somebody paying child support for one of his kids. His baby mama car crib is bigger than his. You will see him on TV any given Sunday. Win a Super Bowl and drive off in a Hyundai. She was supposed to buy your shorty Tyco with your money. She went to the doctor, got lipo with your money. She walk around looking like Michael with your money. Shoulda got that insured Geico for your money. If you ain't no punk, holla, we want prenup. We want prenup, yeah. It's something that you need to have, cause when she leave, she gon' leave with half. 18 years, and on her 18th birthday, found out it wasn't his. Now I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke. Now I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke. Get down, girl, gon' ahead, get down. Get down, girl, gon' ahead, get down. Get down, girl, gon' ahead, get down. Get down, girl, gon' ahead. Now I ain't saying you a gold digger, you got knees. You don't wanna do the smoke, but he can't buy. You go out to eat, he can't pay, y'all can't leave. His dishes in the back, you gotta roll up your sleeves. But while y'all washing, watch him. He gon' make it to a Benz out of that Datsun. He got that ambition, baby. Look at his eyes. This week he mopping floors, next week is the fries. So stick by his side. I know his dudes ballin', and yeah, that's nice. And they gon' keep calling and trying, but you stay right, girl. And when he get on, he leave your for a white girl. Get down, girl, gon' ahead, get down. Get down, girl, gon' ahead, get down. Get down, girl, gon' ahead, get down. Get down, girl, gon' ahead. Let me hear that back.
Yeah. The BBC are talking about the GDP. Fuck it, miss me with that mess. Coming for the belly when we run up in your address. Get caught sleeping, take the money from the mattress. Man know the roads, there's no need for Atlas. Trying to take all that you own and leave you cashless. Cash rules everything around me that matters. So the purse strings are tighter than Thatcher's. Desperate times, desperate measures. The news says we're in this together, but everybody I know seems to know better. Rob you for your diamonds when we feel pressure. It's all fun and games till someone goes broke. Break in your house, we heard you sold coke. Catch you late night and snatch your gold rope. While the news keeps saying keep calm and keep hope. Yeah, the BBC are talking about the GDP. That means fuck all to me. Yeah, the BBC are talking about the GDP. That means fuck all to me. Yeah, the BBC are talking about the GDP. That means fuck all to me. Yeah, the BBC are talking about the GDP. That means fuck all to me. I gotta eat. You know what brothers gotta eat, right? You know what brothers gotta eat. Yeah, brothers gotta eat. You know what brothers gotta eat, right? You know what brothers gotta eat. I I remember Frank laughed when I said I bought a stab proof. Couple weeks later, ops ran up and poked him. I was in the hospital sitting right beside him, but I'm too good of a friend to start gloating. Could've said I told you so because I told him. All the ends want is their watch face frozen. A baddie named Elsa riding in the whip with a shank on the hip and a necklace golden. And they'll be golden, yeah, right as rain. Quicker than the weather, your whole life can change. This rat race might drive you insane. I seen friends rob friends for lines of cocaine. It's all fun and games till someone gets kidnapped. Man, I'm really with that. I know a few that did that. Snub nose 3-8, don't care for your six-pack. Try rob the wrong one, they might push your wig back.
The BBC are talking about the GDP. That means fuck all to me. Yeah, the BBC are talking about the GDP. That means fuck all to me. Yeah, the BBC are talking about the GDP. That means fuck all to me. Yeah, the BBC are talking about the GDP. That means fuck all to me. I gotta eat. You know what brothers gotta eat, right? You know what brothers gotta eat. Yeah, brothers gotta eat. You know what brothers gotta eat, right? You know what brothers gotta eat. Yeah, the BBC are talking about the GDP. That means fuck all to me. Yeah, the BBC are talking about the GDP. That means fuck all to me. Yeah, the BBC are talking about the GDP. That means fuck all to me. Yeah, the BBC are talking about the GDP. That means fuck all to me. I gotta eat. You know what brothers gotta eat.
When they ask how I feel, I reply that I'm fed up. Some are drowning in money, I'm barely keeping my head up. Price of life on the rise, I'm feeling like it's a setup. Cause nobody that I grew with seems to be getting a leg up. So we buy it for 5 and sell it for 10. Re-up another 9 bar, sell it again. The advert says that we need a brand new Benz, but to get it, some man are killing family and friends. Yeah, chasing the dream, either make it or steal it. Seems like the choices are take it or deal it. No need to be told there's hard times ahead. When it comes crashing down, poor people gonna feel it. Let me make it clear, this wretched system isn't playing fair. I couldn't give a fuck if this country hates me here. They stole the people, displaced and placed us here. And the only joy I get is when I bait the bear. Open flames around bended spoons. The game is rigged but we'll mend it soon. Texture like sun, don't mention moon. Cause the night time is full up of plenty goons. Dark nights seem to put me at ease. I don't cross the street, don't jump and flee. Takes more than the heat to discomfort me. I'm in the kitchen cooking so comfortably. Cold town blocks burning up. Stressed out cause man don't earn enough. Police turn thieves and burglars, trying to steal our lives and murder us. Food's hot, careful serving up. Hood youths and peds start circle up. Done all the talk, man, I heard enough. I bet you don't hear shit when the burner bust.
It's cold out here, and the games being played ain't fun. Landlord just raised your rent, better get yourself a...
It's cold out here, and the games being played ain't fun. Landlord just raised your rent, better get yourself a gun. It's cold out here, and the games being played ain't fun. Landlord just raised your rent, better get yourself a gun.
He's arrogant, he's inconsiderate, basically people think that there's something wrong with the man.
Neighbours on my block witnessing me get it cracking. Wasn't talking about my looks when they said that boy is strapping. Another handsome villain with the devil in his ear, but the hell wasn't mine by design. I see it clear now. Placing a game where the ref isn't fair, and some are moving with the stick like their vision impaired. Yeah, scouts hit my phone trying to sell me a shooter. Had the butchers leave it. I'm looking for a Hoover trying to clean the whole street when it airs. I'm good on that one. He ran protection for some girls, one white, one black one. I dip, I ain't down with that shit. Don't know the ins and outs. I was in and out, I ain't trying to be in the house. I was playing with fire, I was playing with life. Now I fight, this ain't made for the weak. My advice, I advise, whether avoiding robberies or bailiffs, you might survive if you stay inside. It's cold out here, and the games being played ain't fun. Landlord just raised your rent, better get yourself a gun. It's cold out here, and the games being played ain't fun. Landlord just raised your rent, better get yourself a gun. filled the ends like a coffee pot. Yeah, I had a top 20 album in the charts, but I stayed still in Neuro like the bathroom at the coffee shop. Rubber place blind with the same speed Rossi got. License for what I know the roads like a black cab. Black man come up, screw face. They that mad, hate my journey. Want me hanging up in Tyburn Tree, cause I wipe my backside with that flag. Spit in your mouth, then I spit on the crown, spit on your mag. Enemy getting sick of me now. Before any of these interviews would misquote me, my enemies had dreams of dipping me down on the block so hot. Serve the rock up wearing oven gloves, gripping on the burner man, then rock up wearing other gloves. No prints on it, send a letter to the one above. Doves might cry, but it's nothing like your mother does.
The city's alive. I feel like dying again. I'd call for help, but maybe all I need's a friend. Back of the cab, back to your place again. With all your pretty words that help me play pretend. Nightcaps and nightmares, dance like we don't care. It's a crush, it's a crutch, it's a curse that I think this much. And she said, baby, don't panic, we can just swerve. Night's gonna save us, viva Las Vegas. Fuck all the glitter, baptized in dirt. Nothing to save us, nothing to save. So la 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 lie to me. I like the way you make my heart beat. Baby, don't panic, life's just a blur. Viva Las Vegas, viva Las Vegas nerve. I'll see you tonight. You promised me the world again. I'll meet you where the sunshine goes to sleep, and then you give me the stars to fill up the dark. But when it's over, will there be anything left? Just nightcaps and nightmares, we touch like we don't care. It's a crush, it's a rush, it's a curse that I care this much. And she said, baby, don't panic, we can just swerve. Night's gonna save us, viva Las Vegas. Fuck all the glitter, baptized in dirt. Nothing to save us, nothing to save. So la 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 lie to me. I like the way you make my heart beat. Baby, don't panic, life's just a blur. Viva Las Vegas, viva Las Vegas nerve. Save us, viva Las Vegas. No, don't you panic, just say the words. Viva Las Vegas, viva Las Vegas nerve.
Goats, goats, goats. We're back. We're back, we're back. We're back, goats. Goats, it's when's the last time I streamed, goats? What's the last time, goats? We are still back. Well, I'm back. You're lazy as hell. When's the last time you uploaded? All right. Let's pull up your channel. Let's pull up your channel real quick. Cause I was thinking about this earlier. You are lazy as hell. Let's see if you even come up if I search you. I don't think I come up. Oh shit, you do come up. When's the last video? 4 months ago. Go.
Okay, fine.
What the hell? June 9th. June 9th. What the hell, go? Where's the next video? Alright, you can't go live. I mean, not even go live. You can't You can't just hit record on OBS and like release the part 2 to the Amazing Spider-Man. Do I come up if I search myself up? Ricky Live. No, I don't. We are not at that level yet. We do not come up. What's my actual at? Hold on, goats. Am I making it harder? Am I making it too hard on myself? No, it's literally Ricky Live. I get completely raped, completely mogged by Ricky Gutierrez. Holy shit! I did all of that on the wrong screen. I was actually like pulling it up. I'm retarded, goats. I didn't know I was actually I wasn't showing my screen, but dude, I get completely mogged. Apparently, live Meta, Microsoft, and Google earnings report is it's better than showing my bullshit. What's the way I could get my shit up? What if I put Emiru in the title? Cause I have Emiru in my stream name. There we go. 2 viewers. That's how we get on there. But I search up XPyCon X immediately, and then the short automatically comes up. And I guess like these other losers that also share the name. Shit, the fuck is this? Setting up XYCon X hyperlink? The fuck is this shit?
Now that you've installed these Iconics hyperlink software for HP Trim and HP...
Is this a woman or a guy?
You can attach it to Trim as an XM files directly.
Only one subscriber. Damn, man. I do not want to end up like this person. That was you 10 years ago. But the reason I bring you up. Hold on, let me fix the scene. Let me fix the scene. Let me have it where the chat thing is like aligned with like the camera bullshit. Alright, the reason I bring up your lazy ass is cause, you know, Monday I felt bad for not streaming. I felt lazy as hell. And I was excited to stream on Monday. And there's a reason I didn't that I'll bring up later. But let me try going back to my channel. What's the last time I streamed? I don't remember. Shit, now I don't pop up anymore. Alright, there we go. October 20th. Alright, so what? Last Wednesday? Last Wednesday was the last time I went live. But you know what? I was feeling bad because you know like two back-to-back Mondays I was lazy and didn't go live. 2 back-to-back Mondays where I didn't even bother like trying to look something up to like talk about. I was feeling really bad. It reminded me. Wait, I know a guy that's even more lazy and that hasn't uploaded shit. You know, that told me he's been working on like some video about like some Spider-Man comic. And nothing at all. You disappointed me, Goat. I felt awful after not seeing Ricky live on Monday. I know, Goat. You know what? If I went out live on Monday, you know, maybe that's what could have gotten me to the search. Even this fucking random Ricky live fucking short. I mean, not Ricky Live, Ricky Berwick. Ricky Berwick bullshit pops up. Random K-pop shit. Before my own channel. But I'm pretty sure the reason why my bullshit doesn't pop up is one, because I'm a nobody, and two, I don't actually have any like videos popped up, or at least like any shorts. I feel like if I upload a video that gets like 5 views, I think that will get me in like the search algorithm, because I don't think YouTube just wants to put like streams up on like searches. Well, like Streambots. And guys, I've been meaning to clip up a segment for like the past month. But I've been lazy as hell. I've been wanting to put out a reel when when I called you a faggot, when I called Christian a faggot for saying it's more of a joy jack. I've been meaning to like edit that down. But I just haven't. But before we get into like actual topics, I feel like it would do numbers. It will do some numbers. I feel like along with putting it on shorts, I'm gonna put it on Instagram as well. to get something on my profile. To get at least like one thing on my profile. And at least like the other retards might like it, might share it. But I've been lazy as hell, goats. And honestly, the reason why is because of this damn diet, goats. I've been doing really well on my progress, goats. Sunday my scale weight was 133. The lowest I've gotten in it. And obviously the 133 isn't my actual weight. It was in the morning after using the bathroom, not eating anything. So like my actual weight at the time was probably like 136, 137. And obviously it fluctuates with a bunch of random bullshit. But on Monday I was like, what? I've been making a lot of good progress. Really, I only have a month left in the diet. Maybe I should take like a week break from the diet. I need that maintenance. So I don't even remember what I eat. But I start eating and eating. And I hit maintenance at like 1 or 2 p.m. I'm like, damn. I'm still really fucking hungry. But I got class. I gotta go to class. I go to class. I come back. I decide to eat again. And I decide, well, fuck it. I'm gonna just eat until I'm not hungry anymore. I have chicken noodle soup. I decide, you know what, I'm gonna have a kiwi as well. As I'm eating the kiwi, I'm like, damn, I'm gonna have a second kiwi. And I look at my little calorie tracker, and I'm at 3,200 calories, 1,000 over my maintenance. But I don't really care. As I'm eating the kiwi, I decide I'm gonna have a second kiwi. And as I'm finishing the first kiwi, I get super fucking bloated. Like right below my rib cage, and I'm just completely full. I feel completely sick. I'm regretting everything I did. I did completely overdo it. That's why I did not go live Monday. I did not feel the best. But I think we're good now. But I'm waiting on the site to be over. One more month and then maybe I'll have the energy to actually edit down my streams, like put out different segments, put out the shorts, and then hopefully by the end of the year, when you look up Ricky Live on YouTube, my channel is at least gonna be in the first page without scrolling down. That's the goal for the end of the year. But I guess the first thing we're gonna talk about is fat people. Not fat women this time, but two different fat men. Let me look for it. So the first one I'm pretty sure is just completely just straight bait. Like the ad is Fatty McFatfa. And the caption says, "I'm not even kidding. You, my Uber driver, said I'm too fat for her to drive me. Then she said she was gonna pull a gun on me." What the fuck? So let's watch the short.
I'm gonna record you. You just said I'm too large.
25-second clip.
No, you're not recording me right now.
I'm gonna record you. You just said I'm too large for your car?
This is a matter of logic and rationale, and I have a right to say
No,
that.
you don't.
Yeah, I do. It's my car.
This is not your car. I'm not too large for your car. I'm gonna
It's
fit.
my vehicle.
Are you
Go
dead
away.
ass, you fucking bitch?
Go away.
Fuck you. Are you dead ass? You are
Wanna pull a gun
insane.
on you? Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, you're a fucking whore.
So this is the first time where like it's come off where like an Uber driver denies wanting to drive some fat person. So let's actually see how fat they really are. And the reason why I think this is bait is because their like Twitch name is also Fatty. They're live right now. Actually, are they? How many viewers do they have? 112 viewers. Let's wait for this ad to finish playing. But I think we already saw the size. Wait, goddamn! How long is this ad? Holy shit, 2 minutes. All right, well, we'll come back to that. And then I came across the short of a British person, and even if I play this next video on mute, it'll be super obvious that this person is British.
Hi everyone.
So obviously, without hearing them speak, you could tell by the teeth, they're British.
I hope you're all okay. Just God.
Why is the title not popping up? What the hell? Hold on, guys. Because I also want to show like the little tags this person had.
Hi everyone. I hope you're all.
All right, it still won't show the thing. But the title of the short is the Burger Stack Review. Hashtag foodie. Hashtag tea time. Hashtag green thumb cooking. So let's check out the burger they made.
All okay. Just got back from work, so I'm getting a bit hungry. So I've made myself some tea, And today I've done myself, as I like to call it, the burger stack. That consists of 2 burger pates, some melted Stilton, and some crispy onions sprinkled on top with some mustard.
All right, that sounds pretty appetizing. You know what? I don't know if it's the diet, but you know what? The burger sounds pretty decent. All right. So who's excited to see what this young British guy has prepared for us? What he's decided to share to the internet. Dude, what the fuck? What the fuck is this?
I have to say, the burger stack.
He did not bother to wipe up the mustard after taking a bite from it.
Was absolutely lovely. The flavours all blended together. I liked the fact that the melted Stilton over the burgers worked really, really well.
I believe it. I believe it worked really well. Are the ads done here? Did I accidentally pause the ads? Holy shit. I couldn't be more raped. Holy shit. Let's see if I can find some other short thing I can bring up while these fucking ads are playing. Let's see if I can find some. Actually, I think I got this. Oh shit. It's done. Alright, so this guy here with 126, his viewership went up after I put it up on my stream. Alright, I think there's an obvious reason why the lady did not want her going into the Uber. But that's all the Fatent I had prepared. I feel like it should be a weekly segment of just bringing up just like 1 or 2 clips laughing at fat people. But let's bring up this old Ethan Klein thing. Ethan Klein is throwing a massive hissy fit and leaking DMs because Ryan Beard made reference to him in his video discussing the David situation. Dude's entire job is talking shit, but the second he gets any in return, he crashes out. Ryan Beard makes these pretty dog shit, pretty boring, like little like long essays about people. But my opinion on him doesn't really matter on this thing, because when making his David situation, he decided to make a fire ass song. And here's like 30 seconds from it.
September 16, I killed my dog in a dream, only in a dream. I fed him too much cheese, he shit out his brains, and then he passed away, but only in my dream. On September.
So fire ass song. But obviously referencing this clip, this old clip from Ethan Klein.
Dude, one thing that I wish somebody would have fucking told me that these small dogs are prone to kidneys, because I would have been so much kidney failures, because apparently like sodium is really fucking bad for their kidney, and I never heard that. And I was giving Shredder like cheese. He loves cheese, and I was always sprinkling
Bro,
cheese on
his
fucking
little dog
food.
loved
I just
cheese.
wish to fuck, and I'm so pissed at the stupid fucking vet. Dude.
Ethan Klein is blaming his vet for not thinking. Well, maybe the reason why this dog is dying is because his fat owner is just giving him just a fuck ton of cheese. So after Ethan Klein saw Ryan Beard's little song he included in his video, he decides to message him. Super funny new video. I love the part where you joked about me killing my dog. Ryan Beard hearts the message. And the Ryan Beard replies with, I think it's totally reasonable to poke fun at you for being negligent and not properly researching what you should be feeding your dog, which you admitted to yourself in your stream when you said that you wish the vet would have told you that too much cheese is dangerous for the kidneys of small dogs. You and I both know that if Son did the exact same thing, you would never shut up about it. And after that interaction, Ethan Klein decides to go on his Instagram story. Post, Ryan Beard think it's funny and reasonable to make me relitigate the most heartbreaking and painful loss of my first dog, Shredder. You think it belongs in the same video about someone murdering a child and stuffing them in a trunk. So the DMs continue. Klein cries with, "K, I hope Stark enjoys your video, bro. Good luck." Fuck Snark. I think they're pieces of shit. You can't just use Snark. Guilt by association to judge all accountability. Just like Destiny couldn't just blame Snark to judge you bringing him. But holy shit. We'll start over. Fuck Snark. I think they're pieces of shit. You can't just use Snark. Guilt by association to dodge all accountability. Just like Destiny couldn't just blame Snark to dodge you bringing up him having CP on his computer. You are just basically accusing me of killing my child as holding me accountable? That's insane. That's it. Bye. And then Ryan Beard just replies with, I think you were a negligent pet owner. The only reason I felt comfortable DMing him is because he was frequently in our podcast live chat, being pleasant and complimentary, and obviously trying to self-promote, which I didn't mind. I complimented his Destiny video and encouraged people to watch it. Other than these very recent pleasantries, I have never spoken to this man in my life. Ethan Klein continues with the DMs, saying, I saw what you told Bad Empanada too. Very nice friends you have. Stark and Bad Empanada are loving your content, brother. More guilt by association? I obviously hate Bad Empanada. No one has directed more harassment at me than him. He still attacks me regularly. That doesn't mean I won't have a conversation with him. I'm also not a fan of your friend, Dan Saltman. But I was also willing to have similar conversations with him. Anyway, at this point, I think you, Hassan, and Destiny are all egotistical douches that I don't want anything to do with. Klein with another story. This was after Bad Empanada leaked his private conversations with Ryan Beard, in which Ryan said miserable things about me, despite claiming to be a fan of the show in our live chats. Although Ryan said many insanely incorrect and offensive things about me to Bad Empanada, I let it go, because it was part of a private conversation with his very dear friend. I have never spoken ill of Ryan, despite all of this. Sad, pathetic behavior. But I guess we gotta talk about Emiru. My Emiru. My victim Emiru. Let's see. Alright, Emiru recently has made new allegations against Miskiff, calling him abusive. And it was kind of hinted towards that she was going to do this a while ago, a little before the assault she experienced at TwitchCon, where during live she begins to break down on the bus. Emiru gets emotional while talking about moving on from past people in her life. Quote, sometimes there's things people... Wait, holy shit, I can't read. Sometimes there's things or people in your life. Maybe they're not good for you. Sometimes maybe you have to make those choices to take those people out of your life to make room.
There's things in your life or people in your life that, you know, maybe they're not good for you, and chat, sometimes maybe you have to make those choices to take those people out of your life so you can make room for the people that are right for your life, you know? And I also think it's important to never give up. This whole year, I've taken a couple breaks, but
So it's kind of obvious that, you know, something was wrong. And then I don't know how much of this I'm gonna be able to get through, but we're gonna try our best on 2 times speed. We'll see. We'll see how far we can get through this video.
so, I mean, you guys can probably tell, but today's not gonna be a normal stream. Not gonna, you know, watch videos or play games or anything today. I kind of just have a bunch of stuff that I wanted to talk about, and then I'm probably just gonna go offline after. But yeah, it's I mean, like you guys know, I've been streaming for 10 years. Last week was kind of the first time that I ever really like spoke about a topic or like something that happened to me. And honestly, I'm really glad that I did, and I'm proud that I did. And I feel like I have to see it to its conclusion, you know, if that makes sense. Not just for myself, but for, in a way, I kind of feel like a lot of people are involved because it doesn't just affect me. So that's why, sorry about my voice. I'm very, very nervous in case you can't tell. But I knew that this stream had to be done today. So yeah, pretty much, yeah. So I guess might as well get started. Not, you know, stall too much or anything. I know there's a lot of people here who don't normally watch, and if you're wondering, yes, I do normally run 20-minute intros. And yes, my community at least claims that they like it. I think that they like it. I like playing songs for you guys, but anyway, yeah, anyway. We don't like it? Okay, well, whatever. Anyway, I'm probably gonna stop reading chat now as well, but you guys are free to say whatever you want, obviously. So, yeah, like I said before, it's been a pretty crazy week, and a lot of things have happened since the last time that I streamed in relation to what I talked about last week.
Holy shit, get to the point, get to the point.
Kind of pushed me to talk. So, yeah, if it seems like I'm like reading a script or something, it's because I wrote super detailed notes because I wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything. So yeah. Okay. So, I think everyone knows about last week, the stuff that happened at TwitchCon. I was assaulted, and the guy was able to leave the venue, basically. Okay, so like intro, first thing I want to talk about is I did see the Twitch tweet that I believe went out yesterday. I was literally on Discord calling my friends, and they were like, "Did you see that Twitch apologized to you?" And I was like, "Wait, what?" So yeah, basically what I'm trying to say is they put out that tweet. I was never reached like apologized to privately. They put that out without like consulting or anything. I didn't know they were gonna do that, so that was yeah. I mean, I'm glad that, you know, they're trying to like take some level of accountability, but there's a lot of things that they didn't mention in the tweet that I feel like should have been mentioned. But anyway, more stuff's been happening behind the scenes. So I want to say that last week, everything I said on my stream was accurate, obviously, except for one thing. I was wrong about one thing. I was going over the tweet that Twitch initially forced some investigations. They found that out on.
Holy shit! I do not care about a result.
Names of potential people involved in crimes, because then found that on, I believe it was Monday, from San Diego police. They're like, yeah, we're working on the warrant. It was the next day. There was someone who, I don't know if they were a viewer or if they were just, this person was saying like, oh, I allegedly. And this whole time my manager was that tip from the person who said that the guy came into their workplace and was talking to him. My manager demanded the info from Twitch, so police, who are obviously other pretty well-known girl streamers that we have been safe here, paying for like bitch about what me and my lawyer are doing, but not as lucky to have the resources or like me for talking about all this. But I feel like it's not fair to keep it hidden from all the people who really heavy this week. But obviously, they're hoping it just blows over and gets like swept under the rug. I'm not gonna, pretty heavy, intense stuff. I would hate if like this kind of just went away and people were like, oh, what happened? I don't know. Am I gonna go to TwitchCon next year? And some more stuff I won't talk about, but I'm trying to not support stuff. Like honestly, it's been shocking to me because I don't know. I guess like whenever things happen.
Bro, how the fuck do niggas watch this shit? How do people like sit and watch this fucking grown ass woman like act like a child, and then go on chat and start spamming hearts like, oh, heart. Oh, we support you, Emiru. You'll get through it, Emiru.
I hope that whatever comes out of this makes other people feel better. But regardless, like I said, it's I've been on Twitch for 10 years. Like, all of you that you have to upset, you're not gonna make me give up. So yeah, it's gonna be a bit. Was worried you're gonna quit? No. And I don't think I'm gonna go to any other platforms because it's something that was just that these things could happen, and we obviously don't want them to happen. And like things will be better. I mean, yeah, there's like other places that I upload content, but probably like 10% of what I need to say. A lot of people make tweet a YouTube video. That's why I've chosen to do all this live and like raw because it's just what I'm most comfortable with and what I've always done. So yeah. Oh, sorry, my like emotional voice is so ugly. Yeah. Never thought things like this would happen or I'd ever be doing a stream like this. Just feels very strange because it's just very out of my element. I've never really like for the most part commented on drama or like self.
Bro, I'm gonna go insane. Get to the point.
Times, but this is it's a lot. I hate drama streams. Me too, man.
All right, this is semi on me. Maybe earlier I should have like gone through and looked for timestamps, but I assumed the video on the actual Emiru channel would not be filled with a bunch of fucking nothing.
Bro, like I could have come home.
Is there a fucking timestamp?
Sit on Clint's fucking Mega Bonk scores. Now look what I have to do. So fucking annoying. I had to cancel my plans. Which reminds me, I don't think there's gonna be a Halloween stream this year.
Oh no, there's not gonna be a Halloween stream.
Kind of the vibes of things right now. All right. I mean, things happen outside your control. So, but thank you guys for listening to me talk and complain. Okay. At the end of my last stream, I said that when I got home, I would be talking about some other things that I really, really did not want to talk about. But I feel like those things, developing independently of their own from the TwitchCon incident, have gotten to a point where I kind of feel like I have no choice. So, I've already seen a lot of people speculating about what I'm going to be talking about, and some people have been right, but even for the people who were right, they were only like 5 to 10% right. I don't think I've seen a single person online who knew or understood the severity of what I want to talk about today. And I want everyone to be aware that I've been handling the situation very seriously, and I've spent a lot of time thinking this over. And not only that, I've been in contact with a lawyer, right? Because it's so serious. And I feel like it's gonna change things forever. And so I'm finally going to be opening up about and telling everyone. Sorry, I swear I'm not trying to like make this dramatic or something. Like I said, I really wish I were not feeling like I had to do this. Just give me some time. And talking about things that I thought would always be personal and just, I would just carry them myself. Today, I'm finally gonna be opening up about the psychological and domestic abuse, stalking and harassment, sexual assault, and threats of blackmail.
Holy shit, finally!
And some of these issues which are still ongoing. For the entirety of this year, I've attempted to separate myself from him and not talk about him at all, and not talk about this issue and just not make it a public thing. I always tried my best to keep this to myself, but like I said, I feel like it's gone to the point, which I'll explain later, that I feel like it just has to be done. And I have always believed in not condemning people or starting drama online. So I'm sure a lot of people are gonna be asking, why am I doing this and why now? And I would like to explain that before I get started so that people understand what prompted me to do this today, and that it's not just...
Okay, never mind. We are not actually getting into it.
Like I said, I took a lot of notes, so forgive me, a long time ago about withholding this information was that if I ever felt like somebody else was in danger of being hurt, I would then make myself speak about it. And 2 weeks ago, actually 3 weeks ago now, I was informed by 3 separate people, one of whom was present for said incident, that he had done something similar to something that he had done to me, and someone in LA at the end of September. And this person is not a streamer or content creator, but obviously that does not matter. And because of this, I cannot in good conscience sit here, knowing that I know critical information about someone that almost no one else does and not say anything. I think that most issues and dramas should stay private and off the internet, and I still hold that belief to this day, and I will hold that belief going forward. However, there are certain things that cross the line, and I say that the line has been crossed too many times to be counted. There's a point where I believe that people deserve to know. I think that at a certain point, if you know a lot of things about someone and you don't say anything to look out for others, it's wrong. It's wrong to keep it to yourself. I don't want what happened to me or what has happened to other people because of him to happen to other people, and I don't believe he will ever stop behaving the way he does. But regardless, yeah, like I said, one of the main reasons I decided to do the stream is to come out about all of this because I can't hold on to it any longer because it feels wrong to do so. And an honorable mention reason for why I'm doing this is that for a while, he has been indirectly threatening me through my friends and people that I work with. They've informed me that he said that if I ever talked about anything he did, he would try to create a smear campaign against me in retaliation. I was told that he even approached other streamers who were close with us back when we lived together, asking them if they would join with him, and they all refused. At TwitchCon.
Alright, so the first scene where Miskip is threatening Emiru. my poor precious Emiru. That if she were to ever speak out, that she would go to his friends and her friends to try to get her blacklisted off their little group, off their little friend group. This is not out of character from the Miskip we know. We already knew he did this shit with other girl. Shit, I just had her name in my head. The kick streamer that got groped. Holy shit! Why am I forgetting the name? You know what? It doesn't matter. The other person's name does not matter. We already know Miskip does this. So alright, let's continue on.
He approached one of my employees, threatening them and saying if I ever talked about him, he would destroy me. Multiple people have told me that his plan was to claim that I kill animals and that I killed my own rabbits since I had several of my rabbits pass away over the course of 3 years while I lived with him. I'm sure he's probably listening now, and it's probably going to come as quite a shock to him that this information made its way back to me and that I've known for months. But if you try to threaten me to stay quiet, especially using my poor dead animals, I'm not going to stay quiet. Okay. So now that I've explained all the reasons why this took so long and why I made the decision to do the stream, I have a few more things I would like to get out of the way before I start talking about all of this. The way that I'm going to do this today is I'm going to run through everything from the beginning to the end to try to get across the story as accurately and fully as I can. And, hold on. I'm also going to be showing a few screenshots validating what I'm saying. I have more things, but this is what I felt comfortable using today, and I will be running through those later. Another thing that I'd like to mention before I start is that during my statement, I'm going to be mentioning directly the names of about half a dozen other creators who were present for certain things. And I want to say that none of these people did anything wrong. I'm just saying that they were there, and I've asked all of them permission. They all said that it was fine to include their names, but I know this won't stop everyone, but I ask people, for the streamers that I mentioned, please don't go bothering them or asking them for more information. If there's something else that they want to say, they'll say it themselves, so there's no point to go pester them and bother them about it. There are also streamers who gave me permission to share things that they relate to me privately, but asked me to redact their names, which I, of course, did. And the last thing that I want to make clear is that not every person that I interact with or that I'm friends with knew the extent of all of these things, and in fact, most of them didn't, and some of them didn't even know anything at all. I tried to keep things private with my close friends, but if anyone during the past year ever approached me asking questions, I didn't lie and I told them the truth. But, yeah, I don't want there to be some kind of witch hunt, like, oh, you know, you knew and this, no, a lot of people, you know, didn't know everything or didn't know anything. Okay, I think that's, all that I have to get out of the way to start. So, this is public information. I initially moved in, sorry, I'm still sick, like I said. Okay. This is, all public, obviously this part. I moved in with him, I believe it was the end of 2021, because, he offered, I was, living alone at the time, and I was having, stalker issues in Kansas, and I mean, you guys know, like, all the stuff that happened there. I ended up joining the org and everything, we did a lot of streams together, and, I mean, a lot of people already know this, but I'm just gonna come out and say it. We, started dating, we were in a relationship starting January 2022, after I joined OTK. I'm not planning to go into too much detail about the start of the relationship because it honestly doesn't really matter at this point, it's irrelevant now. The only things that really matter, that you guys need to know for the story are that it was, one, an extremely private relationship. It was even hidden from friends and people in the org, but I mean, obviously people all eventually figured out they're not fucking stupid. And second, it was, an extremely codependent relationship, which, it's not the issue, but, let's just, you know, making that clear for details. He initially portrayed himself to me as someone who was very nice to girls and wanted to help me feel safe from stalkers and wanted me to succeed as a teammate, and we grew very close over time, and I was very dependent on him for, feelings of safety, social life, like my stream, my job, everything. So yeah, besides, it being a very codependent relationship, the start of it was fine. I saw a lot of people mentioning this, they thought this was what I was gonna talk about. It's not a secret, I think everyone who paid attention knew that he was very controlling over what I wore, to a degree, who I was friends with, and even when I would stream. So, when it was definitely slow over time that bad things started happening. At the start, it would be things like, for example, he would throw bottles, like plastic bottles of liquid in it, not like glass bottles, at me, despite me telling him like I didn't like it and it scared me and I bruised very easily. He would throw his phone at me. I would tell him, you know, it scared me, I don't like it. And one time it even hit me in the eye, which caused me to get a black eye. But he always, you know, was like, oh, it's an accident. And I was like, oh yeah, it's an accident. Like, you know, of course I'm not gonna think that, you know, he's, yeah, I just, at the time I just kind of was, you know, I just brushed it off. And looking back now, I feel like that was kind of the start of him testing.
So I think I have some links related to this black eye claim. Oh. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on in the living room. This is not my problem. Alright, apparently there's like a Twitter thread from 2023 about Emiru's black eye. Yeah. Here's Emiru telling her friends about black eye at the time. I got a black eye a week or two ago. It's finally gone. Mod him then, I guess. Maybe you need affiliate for VFE slots. Weird. So fucking mod. Being like, did someone knock you one, Emily? Did someone knock you one, Emily? Is there more to this thread? So May 18th, in 2023, Emiru leaked Miskip's DMs that she's been saving on stream, where he's controlling her, berates her for content. Holy shit, how the fuck am I supposed to read this shit? You literally lift your legs like a cheerleader multiple times? What is here? Is Sputter Stalker? Heard that 1,000 times. So done with this. I don't believe you at all. I'm not trying to attract weird people. I'm sorry. Bullshit. I don't think of things the same way. Holy shit. You literally lift your legs like a cheerleader multiple times. Stick a bottle between your legs and play with it. Farm those parasocial people by doing this content in the first place. After claiming to me you don't want these weirdos and you hate this community and you hate and you hate the Just Chatting community. I generally don't think of things like that as sexual when I'm doing it. Especially since I'm wearing pajama pants. But I will stop. I do dislike having to always make content for those type of viewers. But I thought this was something that would be easy and low effort. What? My Emiru doesn't like pretending like a child? Pretending to be a child on stream? My Emiru? No way. Go to sleep on stream. Clearly that's not one we've talked about. Holy shit. Alright, what's the rest of this thread? The text refers to her 24/7 drunk Q&A stream that she left for 45 minutes and then cried for the rest of the stream. Looks like these DMs were the ones that caused the tears. Alright.
Testing my boundaries, if that makes sense. So that was already kind of starting to show signs within the first 6 months of me and him being close, and then again, a very public situation. The end of 2022, the cover-up allegations happened. I mean, yeah, like I said, all that's public. You can find all that, see like what I said during that, everything.
Holy shit. Alright. Adriana Lee. Alright, since she won't go over it, I'll do a quick little recap. The fuck was it? Like mid 2022, Adriana Lee, some Just Chatting streamer, claimed that what was it? Crazy Slick, Miskiff's best friend, claimed that during the party that when she was passed out, Crazy Slick was over there groping her breasts, claiming he was just checking her heart rate. And after Adriana came out with that, Miskiff decided to send out some other guy and his girlfriend at the time, Maya Higa, to go talk to Adriana, to be like, and to send a woman out there to be like, did he really assault you? Like you were passed out. Like, do you really know that Crazy Slick assaulted you? And even after, during events, put a lot of pressure to make sure Adriana wouldn't be invited to future events, that she'd be left out of gatherings. That's basically it. At least that's what I remember.
After that happened, his behavior started getting a lot worse, which, I mean, I suppose it makes sense. He was very stressed. A lot of stuff was happening, but...
So even after all of that, Emiru thinks it's still fine to be with Miskiff.
The bad behavior was ramping up, and I feel like it's so apparent if, like, you go back and watch anything from that time. I tried so hard to help him and be there for him because I really believed in him, and I wanted him to, get better and get back on his feet and be the person that, I always believed that he was. But that, unfortunately, did not really happen. For a long time, I think about a year and a half from when that all happened, it was kind of like slow things getting worse, but, I mean, honestly, I'm not even gonna bother going into the details of all that because there's just too much to cover, and, it's honestly kind of not really relevant to the rest of what I'm saying because the rest of what I want to say is a lot worse. There was a point where things really took a turn for the worst. Like, it felt like, like a very delicate branch just kind of snapped. So, and again, a lot of people are, like, vaguely aware of this, but I'll explain it for people who aren't, chronically tapped into all that stuff. So for a long time after the, like, cover-up allegations happened and he was, like, starting to kind of struggle on his stream, he never wanted to stream at the same time as me. Like, we really avoided it. And to me at the time it made sense because, I was like, well, of course, like, we share a lot of community members. If we're live at separate times, we're both gonna perform better, it makes sense. But, yeah, we were never really live doing the same thing at the same time for a long time, with the exception of, like, things like events or sponsors or, like, just special things. For a very long time. And a lot of you guys probably noticed that I would only usually stream on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. That was, because of him. And now I stream whenever I want, but, the first time that we ever streamed at the same time was for the 2024 Rust Kingdoms event on Twitch. We were sharing drops, so it was the first time in a very long time that we were both going to be live at the same time doing the same thing, basically. I know you're probably like, what the fuck's that doing anything? But, it'll make sense a bit. So, I'm live. He's live. We're both streaming, and like I said, you can go find all of this. This is public. There are clips of this. We're both streaming the Rust event, and I thought it was going really well. I thought everyone was having fun. I was like, oh, this is great. Everyone's doing the same thing at the same time. We're all hanging out. We're gonna have fun. Like I was really excited. And then I start seeing in my chat people start saying unofficial Ms. Raid, and I'm like, what does that mean? And then I check my Discord messages, and he's messaging me. He's saying like, Emmy, I'm gonna kill myself. I waited, or I'm gonna KMS. I waited so long for this, etc. And basically he was upset because I had higher viewership than him. That's literally it. I had higher viewership than him. And like I said, this is during an event, so there were drops. Like everyone knows when there's drops, like it's not even fucking real. But yeah.
So we got some of those clips. Miskip was saying he was gonna end it all because this girl had higher numbers than him.
Today is the Rust server. Chat, I'm excited. We got some stuff, dude. We're gonna start talking to people again. We're gonna hang out a little bit.
Got raw pork.
I'll fucking take it.
Would you like some raw pork?
Yeah, I'll fucking take raw pork. Hell yeah.
Enjoy.
So I thought, why not build a house up here?
Yes. I can pay rent in your house.
Okay, let's do it. Yep. Oh, wait, check this out. Come here.
Ooh.
Not bad, huh?
The house? Wait, our houses literally look exactly the same.
Yep.
Alright. The energy is clearly different now.
I wanna see Emmy. I can't believe you guys made separate houses.
Biggest sweats, you retard.
They will come after you guys.
They're the
wipe them
biggest
out, but we
sweats.
can stop them early.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it, dude. We'll join the resistance. You're spelling it wrong. Yeah, my bad.
Alright, I thought this was a shorter
I
clip.
slept last night. That's why I seem tired today. Cause I'm honestly fucking tired, chat. I'll be honest. I'm pretty tired. I'm just tired. Alright, chat. I'll see you guys later. I will see you guys probably tonight, if not tomorrow. I just need a nap. I'm fucking zooted out of my mind.
What does unofficial Ms. Raid mean?
Guys,
Oh, he did?
Listen, why are we all acting like we haven't murdered? Like we haven't pillaged? Like we haven't had to do what we had to do to make it here where we she had a one-hit advantage. She was coming after me. I had to attack back.
It's fucking slamming doors.
What are you? Was that a test?
You said.
Well, I have some cloth in my house.
Let me check my body real quick. Did anyone loot me?
Yeah. Go to the restroom real quick. I'll
There
be right
you go.
back. Yeah, she's trapped now.
Bonnie, look what I did.
Sick, okay, sick, okay. I'm stuck in here. Okay, sick.
I'm gonna make some stats.
Hello, sorry. It's like 20 minutes. Oh. Hello. Abaragi, thanks for the sub.
I got some other thing here. Do I even need to play this?
What does unofficial Ms. Raid mean?
What do you mean?
Oh, it's just like the unedited thing. Alright, fuck it, let's just start playing clips of Skip being violent.
Oh! I literally just saw the
How? I'm gonna come get you. You guys focus on guns. I'm gonna get this.
He throws a chair. Alright, you know what? We've been there before. Right, chat? Here he is throwing the controller. Oh, fucking. Hold on. I don't want this on 2 times. Let's put this on normal speed.
No!
My computer just caught on fire.
Fuck!
Oh god!
Everyone just take their time. It's honestly fine, guys. It's fine.
One tap.
No!
My computer just caught on fire.
This is just.
Hey, get fucked on, bitch.
This is just real as hell. Alright, here at Ricky Live, we love Fall Guys. I can't say Fall Guys has made me wanna throw a controller, but I get it. What's this other clip? And that's it. I don't know. I'm bored. I'm bored of the misskip shit. I'm bored of it. We're moving on. What other bullshit can we talk about? Let's talk about Cutie Cinderella. Let's talk about this bullshit.
We played a little while ago. God, people are freaking being annoying in my chat right now.
Why?
They're being so annoying earlier too. They just like be going
What are they saying, Vanilla?
That about the homophobic jokes. They're like, but then you just if you still hang out with someone like that, then you just support it.
No, so this is what I'm going to describe, okay? And you guys can believe what you believe.
I know, like,
okay?
I want, like, explain it. I want you to, like, explain it better.
I'm going to explain it. You guys can believe what you want to believe, I understand, but you're not allowed to coach me and say, like, that's not right, that's not what you, like, just because I don't act the same way you act, you're not allowed to, like, coach me through that, because at the end of the day, I am somebody that's like, bitch, I'm an ally. Like,
Is this shit sped up?
I know where I'm at.
Like, it doesn't matter who I talk to. Like, the thing is, like, I was raised in a very religious family. Unfortunately, there are people in my family that are racist. There are people in my family that are bigoted. There are people in my family that are homophobic. There's people in my family that are transphobic. Like, but I still love my family, right? And I still know that there are that members of my family have good qualities. They have good qualities. And what's most important to get people to love other people is to love them. Fighting hate with hate will never get anything anywhere. If I were to say to someone who's homophobic, go fuck yourself, you homophobic prick, yes, I told them what they deserve. However, they aren't ever going to feel accepting. They're never going to learn how to be accepting. Like, do you understand that if you just write people off because they believe different things than you, they're never going to be exposed to why it's good to be around people that don't think like you, right?
No,
Like, so my stepbrother is trans, and my dad refuses to use the correct pronouns.
And does right.
And he doesn't
How
understand
awful, man.
He doesn't understand why it's so important, right? And it drives me crazy, and it drives my stepbrother crazy, of course. But I've had to say to my dad, you know, it's not gonna hurt you. It's not gonna hurt you to say the correct pronouns, but it does hurt him when you say the wrong ones.
Right.
And you know what the difference is I'm able to have this conversation with my dad because I'm open-minded and we love each other. My stepbrother just says fuck off and won't talk to my dad. So there's no progress being made, right? And so you can believe what you want. You guys can you can say that. You can say to me, no, you're supporting it. I'm not. I don't support that my father is transphobic at times. I don't support that. I don't support it. Period, the end. But I still love my dad and I'll go to coffee with him tomorrow, but I don't support that. The world is not as black as white as everyone thinks. Like, you guys, you can't fight hate with hate. It doesn't get you anywhere. It literally does not get you anywhere. Like, it's so important to, like, as someone who's very open-minded, to be around closed-minded people and show them that it's okay to be open-minded is actually one of the most important things you can do, like, as a human. It really is. But I get it. You guys can think what you think. I'm not going to change, though. I will never believe that if I'm kind to a hateful person, that means I agree with them. I will never believe that. No matter what you guys say, I won't believe it. Because at the end of the day, if I'm around a racist person, I'm just not racist. I'm not. Me, I'm not. They are, yes. But how am I supposed to help them ever? By cutting them off? No. Like, I get it. You guys can think in black and white, but that's not how it works over here. That's not how it works for me. But sorry for the
I feel like it's no, don't be sorry. It's like, again, it's like one of those things where it's like, dang, like, it is like a fucking hard thing. Because again, like, there's definitely people in my family as well that, like, are fucking, like, pretty Trumpy and, like, in my extended family and shit. And I grew up around a lot of that too, where just hearing remarks and them saying things about just, like, you know, people that were not fucking just white straight people, and me kind of being like, what the fuck, like, you know, like, quite literally what the fuck. And, like, it's almost like a thing where it's like, again, and this is like my, not really like my direct family, so it's like one of those things where it's like, okay, I don't really see them like that anyway, so it's like, what the fuck am I gonna do, like, blow up the dinner table right now, like, type shit. It's
exactly.
just like, it's like when I feel like when it comes to, like, real life, like, obviously if it's somebody, if I found out that, like, somebody who is like a really fucking good friend of mine, whatever, like, I mean, that's also the thing too, I'm like, people that are really good friends of mine that I keep close to me, I already know where their head's at. Like I feel like I already know where their head's at. Like when it comes to like people that, so I'm like that's not really something I have to worry about anyway. But I feel like what kills me the most is I feel like the people in chat will be getting so mad, and I'm like, y'all be acting like some of y'all family members, brothers, sisters, like other people that you have, like fucking boyfriends, your boyfriend's friends, like will make like. This is what kills me is that these same people will be in a room with their fucking like loser ass boyfriend, and then their boyfriend's brothers or fucking like friends or something will make a gay joke or something, and you'll sit there like this. You'll sit there like that, and then as soon as someone online isn't like literally like standing like screaming at the roof of their fucking like, and then everyone's like, oh god, they're the worst. They're the worst. They're the worst.
I also think a lot of people are misinterpreting a little bit about like what I'm saying too. I don't judge my stepbrother for not talking to my
no, not at all.
dad. My stepbrother is allowed to do
valid.
that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. He is so allowed to be pissed at my dad, and clearly like my dad is very hurtful when he uses the wrong pronouns. It makes me sad, right? It makes me very, very sad, and that's totally fine that that's his boundary. However, I simply believe that I can coach people into love, and I know that's fucking insane of me to say, but I do think I can get my dad to.
Does she say anything else?
Eventually. I believe
but that's the thing, and it happens. Like there are so many stories of people out there being like quite literally being like, oh, I quite literally was fucking racist, or I was homophobic, or I was XYZ, whatever, transphobic, and then they literally are like, and then I met someone who either was one of these or something like that, and then like you see these people, and then I feel like people like I'll see videos of shit like that, and people be like, wow, people can change, that's so amazing, and then it's like, but it took other people around them to make that change. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like it
cutting people off, like fighting people is like it just separates people more. Like if you say, you're so stupid, why do you believe in that? Compared to saying, why do you believe in that? And genuinely having a conversation about it. Like
quite literally why. Like let's talk
that's
about
hard.
it.
I really understand.
Yeah.
I understand that it's hard and it's not for everybody. I really understand. But you can't hold everyone to your same moral high ground and just assume that because I am not doing what you would do. My stepbrother does not think I'm transphobic because I talk to my dad. My stepbrother doesn't think that. So why do people on the internet think that? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like if I talk to so-and-so who's transphobic, all of a sudden on the internet, I am transphobic. Even if I would to say, oh, I've watched that streamer before. You watch a transphobic streamer, you freak. You're transphobic. I'm not.
Yeah.
You guys, you simply cannot tell me what I am.
All right, I super do not care about this. I super don't care about this. How long have we been live for? About an hour. What other bullshit can I talk about? Let's talk about this one thing.
So as you all know, Nick.
So before he gives this little intro, I didn't actually pre-watch the scene. The title is Nick Fuentes. Nick Fuentes goes on a full warmonger in the range rant. And if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see that pretty often you can see me liking Nick Fuentes clips. Even though I post the majority what Fuentes believes in. But I like seeing the clips. So let's see what my goat, Kyle Kalinske, has to say about some Nick Fuentes rant.
Fuentes, the white nationalist, he sort of made some waves during the election and immediately after the election because he was basically playing the role, I would describe it as the Jimmy Dore of the right. And what I mean by that is Jimmy Dore, circa 2017, 2018, he would do his show and he would virtue signal as the purest of the pure left-wingers, and he would basically spend all of his time, 24/7, criticizing Democrats from their left, nominally. But then he basically exclusively criticized Democrats, never criticized Republicans, and then he eventually dropped the act and just became a Republican, right? He just, was saying stuff like Trump is better than Kamala and shit like that. And so basically he was like an op. He was like a right-wing op on the left to sort of divide and conquer the left, and he would spend all of his time shitting on Bernie and AOC and pretending like they're the biggest problem in the country and they're the worst politicians, even though they're the fucking best politicians. And Nick Fuentes is sort of doing this right-wing version of that, where he would go around and he would shit on Trump, shit on MAGA, effectively say they're not fascist enough, they're not pure enough. He also would flirt with this idea of third-partyism, like, oh, the Republicans are never going to cut it, we need a clean break, we got to go in a different direction completely. But what's interesting is, and this seems to happen with the right, certainly more than it does with the left. There's a significant chunk of anti-electoral lefties. On the right, it seems like when push comes to shove, most of them fall in line and end up, supporting the major party that agrees with them more. But here's a great example of, even if you have nominally anti-establishment right-wingers, it always collapses back into just supporting the establishment. So here's Nick Fuentes, and remember, he's sort of postured as being anti-war and things of that nature because he's America first. And, would you look at that? It didn't take long for him to come out and flat out admit, imperialism is good, actually. So let's watch.
Has Fuentes been anti-war? I feel like I'm gonna be honest, I only see Nick Fuentes when he's on when he was on other people's show from 2020 to 2023, and currently now through short clips. But I feel like the majority when I've seen Nick Fuentes, it's always just been stop sending money to Israel, being anti-Israel.
We also do want to keep Mexico on our side of the ledger. And we also want to keep, in my opinion, South America on our side of the ledger. I think that it would be a good thing if America could take all their oil and natural gas. We need the energy. We want the energy.
So here he is justifying and rationalizing exactly what Trump is doing in Venezuela, by the way, which is trying to steal the oil, do regime change, put in a puppet government, have the Blackwater mercenary war criminal Eric Prince occupy the land, and steal the oil. Here he's saying, well, we should do that with Mexico. We should do that with everybody in South America. We need it.
We're coming up on the end of the fracking boom. We want their oil and natural gas. They're not making enough of it because of the pressure on them. Strictly speaking, it would be better if there was an American-aligned government there that could optimally and efficiently extract those resources and send them to the United States. It'd be better for our economy. It'd be better for our technology industry.
Can you find a way to do that doesn't involve using weapons and pointing it in their face? Can you find a way to do that doesn't involve killing hundreds of thousands of people and maiming hundreds of thousands more and displacing hundreds of thousands more? Can you find a way to do that involves negotiation and diplomacy and discussion and mutual agreement and sovereignty and independence and respect among neighbors? Nah, do imperialism.
In the era where electricity and energy is a very important commodity for intelligence and for defense, that's a good thing, actually. So I like the idea that Trump brings to the table. When he talks about annexing Canada and Greenland, I'm for that.
I don't gotta say dick, bro. I'm gonna let him rock out.
When he talks about overturning these regimes in the Western Hemisphere, I'm hesitant to support regime change. I think it has a poor track record, but in principle, I like it. I like the idea of it. And I don't...
Pro-regime change, but you guys are just bad at it. I love the regime change, I love the imperialism, but you gotta not be incompetent goofballs at it. I mean, this is incredible.
I actually don't like these kinds of... I don't like these small-minded arguments where people say, anytime America uses its wealth and power, that's not America first. Well, what exactly is America first? Is the only thing that the military can do to patrol the border?
I don't know. Maybe wage wars that are defensive in nature? Only attack somebody if there's an imminent threat of attack against us? Act as a nation state as we would, like an individual in the world?
All right, sure. Go off, Kyle.
Why should, and they never address this. The fascists and the imperialists never address this. How do we have a right to do the shit that we do? Invading and overthrowing countries all willy-nilly, you are then laying the groundwork and the precedent to say, this is the world we live in, these are the ground rules, they apply to you just like they apply to me. So, if some other country decides, hey, we got some guns, we got some power, we got some numbers on our side, we're going to start bullying our smaller neighbor, we're going to start stealing natural resources for ourselves. We're in no position to say, you can't do that, you shouldn't do that, you're not allowed to do that, when that is how we function. When we abide by the law of the jungle, we abide by might makes right. So nobody wants to live in a world. You might think you want to live in a world where might makes right, because right now you happen to be in the more powerful nation. But believe me, you don't want to be in that world, because in the long run, you won't be on the side that has the money, that has the power, that is the global superpower, right? The overwhelming majority of the globe is under the oppressive boot of the world's leading superpower. And throughout history, it's been like that. There's just been different empires as time has gone by. And sometimes it's, whatever. The Malian Empire is the one that's oppressing people. The Spanish Empire.
We get the point. We get
British,
the point, Kyle.
All throughout history, there's different times where empires rise and fall, but it's like people take turns.
Not me to go full screen.
Being the oppressive aspiration and sovereignty and independence and understanding and negotiation and diplomacy and property rights and equality and justice. They act like it's impossible to wish for a better world. It's like, nah, let's all take turns being fucking marauding, raiding, rapist pirates from time to time. It's like, what the fuck is this? What is this? It's such a privileged little twerp position to think about it in the belly of the beast of the world's superpower. To act
it is just greed.
like, well, I like it when we steal other people's shit and when we kill people and when we do regime change and when we ruin millions of lives on a daily basis. I mean, this is fucking crazy.
Be patrolling the cities and the border and all the other countries can go to hell? And some people might say yes, but I would say no, we want to control our periphery. We want to control a sphere of influence. Is that not what every other country is doing? What is Russia doing? What is China doing?
Yeah, and that's bad. The sphere of influence idea is just an imperialist, colonialist idea. It's a relic from a primitive age of like, well, you're in my backyard.
Kirk Fuentes. I don't know, man. Actually, no. You shouldn't Kirk Fuentes.
What does that even mean? You're in my back. Oh, Venezuela's in our backyard. What does that mean? They're a sovereign fucking country. And Trump is deciding, how about I just fucking bully you and bomb your fishermen, steal your oil, topple your regime, ruin people's lives, take away their livelihoods, make us a fucking global pariah yet again, do the exact same shit to Venezuela that Trump used to rail against when it came to George W. Bush in Iraq.
Okay, Kyle, you're yapping. You're yapping, Kyle.
There's no fucking narco-terrorists.
What is Iran doing? They're securing their sphere of influence. They're securing their periphery.
No, Iran is hanging on for dear life and trying to prevent us from bullying them and toppling them and trying to prevent Israel from bullying them and toppling them. They're trying to control themselves within their own borders. That's what they're doing. That's defensive in nature. Not what we're doing. We're on offense, as is Israel, as is every fucking superpower.
They're securing that for the sake of trade routes, supply chains, resources, power projection. If that's such a bad thing for America, why is every other country engaging in that in some form?
Oh my God. So they all are...
No gameplay. Zero gameplay here.
Disgusting, violent criminals, so we should be too. The funny thing is, that's not even true. We are by far and away the biggest, most egregious criminal.
This isolationism is good enough for us, but it's not good enough for Russia. It's not good enough for China. I don't believe that we should abandon our imperial ambitions. I just think we should be more honest about them, and I think we should be more strategic about them. I think we should diminish some of our commitments on the far reaches of the empire, and I think we should shore up the interests that are closer to us, and that would be the Caribbean, that would be the Western Hemisphere.
Yeah, so all the Groypers, all the America First young people should realize he is not against you actually dying in a foreign conflict. He's not. He just wants that foreign conflict to be a little less foreign, to be a little closer to home. It was all fucking grifting, right? It's all grifting. It's all posturing. It was all, as MAGA. Anytime anybody in MAGA...
I don't think Fuentes has ever been anti-foreign involvement. It's always just been anti-Israel. I'm not gonna die for Israel. But he would say, maybe these young people should die, should die for America. That would be Fuentes' response.
Or close to MAGA, an ally of MAGA, pretends like they're anti-war. Every single one of them is completely and utterly full of shit. Right-wing politics always somehow collapses back into interventionism, neoconservatism, right? Imperialism, colonialism. It all ends up there.
And again, this is not me necessarily saying, I don't love that we're getting into a war with Venezuela. I don't love the bailout. But I am saying that to dismiss that automatically and say that, that's not America first, I think we need to start to think a little bit beyond that kind of small-minded version of America first. Because
so now if you're America first and you're against the $40 billion bailout of Argentina and you're against the illegal war against Venezuela, you're not really America first. You're like small-minded America first. You haven't thought this out like a serious person like Nick Fuentes did.
To tell you the truth, Americans do benefit, actually, from being the the foremost superpower in the world. We benefit from primacy.
How do we benefit from the war in Iraq? How do we benefit from the war in Afghanistan? How do we benefit from spending, $7 trillion when all is said and done on our wars in the Middle East? Displacing millions of people? Killing hundreds of thousands of innocents? Having thousands of our own people die? How do we benefit from any of that? We actually didn't.
You're right, Kyle. America didn't benefit at all. And Fuentes would agree with that. Fuentes would agree. Yeah, America didn't benefit from it. America did all of that for Israel. Israel benefited from all of that.
We actually didn't. It is possible. If you want to have influence, if you want to have sway, there are other ways to do it that don't involve walking up somebody and punching them in the face and breaking their fucking jaw. It's like, what it reminds me of? When Elon, what did he say? I think it was in regards to Bolivia. It was in reference to Bolivia. He replied to somebody on Twitter and said, we'll coup whoever we want. Because somebody said something about how Bolivia has a bunch of lithium, right? And he goes, we'll coup whoever we want. Deal with it. And it's like, there's another way you could do that. There's another way you could just go to the government of Bolivia and say, hey, let's work out a fucking licensing deal and an extraction deal where you get X percentage and we get X percentage.
All right, we get it, Kyle.
Where, you divvy, big swinging dick, macho man, bullshit. Okay, but then don't pretend like you're any different from fucking Nazis, or you're any different from fucking serial killers, or you're any different from the most atrocious regimes of all time. No, you're basically fucking Genghis Khan and Attila the Hun, just with some...
What does what say? That's base. What's saying what? Nazi Germany? Yeah. Base as hell. Genghis Khan. Base as hell. What does Wood say that?
Warmed over bullshit talking points that you lie to yourself and pretend like you're holier than thou.
It's good for America to have as much power as possible. I don't know about you guys. Maybe this is just my personal philosophy.
It is.
And my political philosophy. I think that it's good for America to have as much power as possible. Because the more power that we have, the more that we can use it to secure our interests, which is our own safety, our own prosperity.
I love this. He defines power, the more power we have, he defines power as wars in Central America and South America to illegally topple their democratically elected governments, put in puppet regimes, and steal their natural resources. That's what he defines as power. Let me ask you a question. Do you think in the long run that leads to them being friendly with us or more antagonistic towards us? Now, of course, they're going to fucking run into the loving arms of China and want to make deals with China and not us, if that's how we treat them. I mean, this is also fucking dense. It's also fucking, the whole thing is just so fucking entitled. You get to shut the fuck up.
All right, Kyle.
We're no longer the superpower and some other country is, and then they come and bully us and they come and rob our shit. It's like, I'm saying up front, we should, if we can't guarantee we're going to be on the top of it, which no empire ever can.
Actually. And to the extent that America has made mistakes, it is because we have overcommitted in ways that don't actually enhance the position of America and Americans. Overturning Saddam Hussein is something that didn't really have a ton of benefits for Americans in our position in the world. It may have actually hurt us, but it did benefit Israel. That was the problem there.
No, it's not a mistake. It's a fucking war crime, and the people who did it were war criminals, and they need to be locked up, and we need to throw away the fucking...
All right, we get it. We get it, Kyle. All right, I'm done with that. We'll do one last bit of politics. One last bit of politics. And then we're done with this. We're gonna be talking about politics in North Carolina. My beautiful state, North Carolina. So let's start off. But let's start with the news that came out this week. That came out yesterday. North Carolina Attorney General sues Trump administration as shutdown threatens food aid. November food assistance benefits for more than 1.4 million North Carolinians could be delayed as the federal government shutdown drags on, prompting Attorney General Jeff Jackson to sue the Trump administration. The federal lawsuit, filed jointly with several other Democrat attorney generals and a few governors, targets the U.S. Department of Agriculture and Office of Management and budget, calling on them to release funds for November food stamps. The USDA, quote, has broken the law in a way that will create really severe consequences for a lot of vulnerable people. Jackson, a first-term Democrat, said Tuesday in a phone interview with the News and Observer. He said on September 30th, the USDA has indicated it will be using emergency funds to keep SNAP running. But a few days ago, the agency sent a letter reversing course, saying it would cease funding for the program. So, the article will give further context, but I'll say it now. Currently, the government is shut down. And there's emergency funds in place to keep programs like SNAP, to keep them running. While a new budget is negotiated and reached. And originally, the Department of Agriculture say like, yeah, we're gonna actually release the funds as they were intended for. But because of politics, they're like, you know what? We're not gonna be sending out those EBT cards. You know what? because you won't help. because we don't want to give because we don't want to keep healthcare affordable for millions of Americans. You know what? Along with wanting to raise your premiums, we don't want you to have food stamps. On Friday, the USDA told states the agency would not use roughly $6 billion in available contingency funds to pay for November benefits through SNAP. The state's Health and Human Service Department said in a news release, alongside Governor Josh Stein, that while October benefits would not be affected, November benefits would likely be delayed. The USDA said Friday that it can't use contingency funds to replace missing funding, only to supplement regular monthly benefits and for emergencies like hurricanes or floods. The agency said that the federal government would not reimburse states that use their own funds to cover benefits, according to a memo shared in the state release. I believe this is against the law, Jackson said. Congress was very clear when they provided this appropriation. Yeah. I believe this is against the law. Jackson said Congress was very clear when they provided this appropriation and this emergency fund that their intent was there to not be an interruption in SNAP payments. For the department to essentially choose not to tap that emergency fund is overriding Congress. The state's lawsuit was filed in the U.S. District. In the U.S. District Court for the District of Massachusetts. I think we have a very strong legal argument here, Jackson said, adding that the consequences will be severe if the situation isn't resolved. Withholding food assistance would affect 1.4 million North Carolinians, including nearly 600,000 children, more than 40,000 of whom are under 18 months old, he said. We will see food pantries get overwhelmed, churches get overwhelmed, classrooms with a lot more hungry kids, and just truly devastating consequences sweeping our state. In a news release, Jackson's office said this would be the first time SNAP benefits have ever been delayed. Asked why he believes the USDA reversed course, Jackson said he believed the only reason you would have emergency fund and decide not to use it in a situation like this is if you're playing shutdown politics. I think the department is looking to ratchet up the pain from the shutdown. The federal government has been shut down since October 1st after Republicans and Democrats failed to agree on a spending deal to keep it running. Key differences include Democrats seeking to extend the Affordable Care Act's subsidies. The USDA's website saying the top. Wait. The USDA website says across the top that Senate Democrats have voted not to fund the food stamp program. Bottom line, the well is run dry, the website says. In one of several politicized messages published by the federal department in recent weeks, Jackson said, "Time is of the essence," which is why the suit asked the judge to order the agency to resume payments, even temporarily, and to cancel the USDA's previous unlawful orders to the states. Do we care about who relies on SNAP benefits? Like, yeah, it would obviously. Well, fuck it, we'll read it anyway. Jackson has sued the Trump administration several times, including successfully for the release of withheld funding grants for jobs supporting Western North Carolina recovery from the remnants of Hurricane Helene. Jackson had threatened to take the USDA to court earlier this month over SNAP funding, co-signing a letter asking the agency to explain why it would not deliver November's benefits. The USDA sent a memo on October 10th to state agencies saying it would not provide full benefits starting in November and instructing states to withhold all payments for now. The News and Observer previously reported. But Jackson's office said in a news release Tuesday that the shutdown began. Wait. One more time. But Jackson's office said in a news release Tuesday that since the shutdown began, USDA has given out billions for other programs and moved around funds to help fund nutritional benefits for infants and pregnant women. About 42 million low-income people nationwide could lose SNAP benefits if Congress fails to reach a funding deal. SNAP benefits represent about 23 million, not 20, 230 million to 250 million in monthly assistance to North Carolina families. Signed and DHS said in their news release. Wait, DHHS. North Carolina residents rely on the program. Include about. Do we care about most of this? A fuck ton of people are gonna be hungry. Because of this. That's what Democrat Attorney General is fighting to get the funds, to use the emergency funds in this situation. But let's see what Republicans are doing in North Carolina. Got another article from Politico. The latest redistricting salvo, North Carolina gerrymanders out House Democrats. Well, one House Democrat. North Carolina Republicans passed a new congressional map Wednesday that would likely give the GOP one more red-leaning seat in next year's midterms. The latest in a string of White House-backed redistricting efforts. The redraw creates the seventh, now red-leaning seat nationwide since 2024, following similar efforts in Texas and Missouri. Other states are also facing increased pressure to redraw. The new map primarily affects Representative Don Davis, a Democrat. President Donald Trump narrowly carried his district in 2024, and the new district would have voted for Trump roughly 11 percentage points. A spokesperson for Davis told Spectrum News that he plans to run for re-election either in his current district or the also redrawn 3rd district. In a statement, Davis said the map is beyond the pale. Since the start of his Since the start of this new term, my office has received 46,000 messages from constituents of different political parties, including those unaffiliated, expressing a range of opinions and views and requests. And not a single one of them included a request for a new congressional map redrawing. of Eastern North Carolina. Even before this redraw, North Carolina had one of the most GOP-friendly gerrymanders in the nation, with the current delegation split between 10 Republicans and 4 Democrats despite the battleground nature of statewide elections. Davis represents the only true swing district on the map. Governor Josh Stein has no veto, has no power to veto the maps, due in part to a deal brokered by state Democrats in the 1990s that exempted redistricting from the governor's powers. A lot of MAGA tards say Trump won North Carolina in 2024 election. But Democrat Governor Josh Stein also won in that same election. Court Justice Allison Riggs also won her election in the same election. Obviously, North Carolina can swing either way. Either for Republicans or for Democrats. And a new map where it's 10-4. So doesn't really represent the population. But yeah, it's currently 10-4. And for the upcoming midterm, it could be 11-3. Still, the map will likely face legal challenges. Similar efforts in Texas. Wait, hold on. We'll do it over. Still, the map will likely face legal challenges similar to efforts in Texas and Missouri. Republicans have painted their redistricting efforts as a response to heavily gerrymandered blue states like Illinois and Maryland. They've also pinned the blame on California Governor Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom's effort in California, while not mentioning Texas, the first volley in this year's redistricting war. North Carolina Republicans will not sit quietly and watch Democrats continue to ignore the will of the people in an attempt to force their liberal agenda on our citizens. State Senate Leader Phil Berger said on X on Thursday after the Senate passed the redraw. This new map respects the will of North Carolinian voters who sent President Trump to the White House 3 times. North Carolina has been a significant amount of fighting over its congressional map. This will be the 4th consecutive election held under a different congressional map. We're ground zero for gerrymandering, unfortunately, said Democrat State Senator Tally Murdoch. This is a link to Senator Phil Berg. Across the country, Democrat-run states have spent decades ensuring that Republicans would be drawn out of Congress. North Carolina Republicans would not sit quietly and watch Democrats continue to ignore the will of the people in an attempt to force their liberal agenda on our citizens. This map represents the will of North Carolinian voters who sent President Trump to the White House 3 times. North Carolina did vote for North Carolina. Wait, no. I can't speak. North Carolinians did vote for President Trump in the last 3 elections. But our last 3 elections for state governor were Democrat. 2 back-to-back. Roy Cooper wins. And our current governor, Josh Stein. Obviously, North Carolina is like a full MAGA state. But there's more retarded things Republicans say about this bullshit. We go back to the SNAP benefits. Where Carolina Ford tweeted out, if you are angrier at the 42 million Americans who rely on food stamps, then you are... Wait, we'll start over. If you are angrier at the 42 million Americans who rely on food stamps, then you are at the fact that 42 million Americans are on food stamps. Guess what? Wait. Third time's the charm. If you're angrier at the 42 million Americans who rely on food stamps, then you are at the fact that 42 million Americans are on food stamps. Guess what? You are part of the problem. And Dr. Hood Hunky MD. I don't even know if this person is real. A big problem I have with current acts is that I don't know which people are retards and which people are bots. But either way, this person quote tweeted saying, I'm mad at the government for putting them on food stamps. Yes, a quarter of them are probably reselling food through cash businesses and not paying taxes. Source, I made it the fuck up. This is just a common thing. These retarded fucking farmers that live in the middle of nowhere tell themselves that all these people on EBT, they must be reselling the food. They must be. Retarded cope. Just say, I want niggas to starve. I want the government to rape me in the ass. I want my government to take money from me and not give it back to the people. I want it. I want tax cuts for rich people. Not for me though. You know, for rich people, cause rich people create jobs. Even though I'm some loser fucking honky that lives in the middle of nowhere that has to drive 2 to 3 hours to a Democrat-run city for their actual fucking job. I got a clip here of Rodney Pierce, state representative.
This bill redraws Congressional District 1 in a way that doesn't just shift boundaries. It fractures communities. It pulls together counties that have little in common in geography, economy, and daily life. It ties our inland agricultural communities, where families are working generations deep in the soil, to coastal areas driven by tourism, property, and development. These are different economies, different priorities, different needs. When you do that, you dilute the voice of people who have long toiled together toward a common good. Working people, small farmers, and those in rural communities who have already been struggling to be heard.
Thank you, go. Thank you, go, for the W's, go.
We are playing politics with people's lives. Folks don't know what's coming next. Federal workers don't know if they'll get paid. Teachers and state employees don't know if a raise will even matter once their insurance premiums go up. County commissioners don't know if the federal government is going to come through. Who are you serving? The people back home who sent you here? Or someone else's agenda? Because it seems to me that while you refuse to compromise on a budget, on a fair budget, you have no problem rushing to grab power. Our duty as members of this General Assembly is to the people of North Carolina. All of them. Let's stop dividing them and let's start delivering for them.
My nigga was spitting. My nigga was spitting there. Can you show something more interesting? Sure, go. This will be more interesting, go. But this is like a common thing that's being said on Twitter. This is what people voted for. But we actually look for percentages. Votes nationwide, 51% favor of Democrats, 48 for Republicans. But the percentage of seats actually won, 59 Republican, 41 Democrat. That's all raped. That's all raped. Our district maps are done. That's for House. For State Senate, 50% Democrat, 48 Republican. But the disparity is even worse. 60% of seats were for Republicans, 40% of them for Democrats. But that's not the only thing. That's not the only thing. These sorry ass Republicans are doing in North Carolina. While having a majority, they still can't pass a budget. Governor Josh Stein called on state lawmakers Monday to pass Medicaid funding and pass a budget bill this week. But the legislature isn't expected to take action on either issue. Go, your EBT. I'm not on EBT. Your EBT might not hit on November. Go. All right. Where the fuck was I? We'll start over. Governor Josh Stein called on state lawmakers Monday to pass Medicaid funding and a bill this week, but legislature isn't expected to take action on either issue. Legislators returned to Raleigh this week to pass a new congressional map that will likely give Republicans an additional safe seat. But House and Senate Republicans haven't reached an agreement on any spending proposal. The impasse includes both a full budget bill and separate legislators to fully fund the Medicaid program. The funding shortfall has forced the State Department of Health and Human Services to make cuts this month. Stein said legislative leaders shouldn't let other disagreements derail that funding. Both chambers agree that more funding is needed. Both chambers agree on the amount of funding that is needed, yet they have yet to appropriate it. It is a shameful... Oh, the fuck is this word? We'll look it up. We'll look it up, goats.
Abdication.
Abdication. Formal act of giving up on high office. Alright. W, yes, go. Thank you. Thank you for the W's, go. Thank you, go. But maybe instead of spamming W's, maybe you should be spamming $50 donations. maybe use that EBT to send me a few dollars, go. Chats aren't enabled. What a shame, what a shame. State law requires DHHS to maintain a balanced budget. The legislator's failure to appropriate adequate funding has forced the department to make painful choices. Both the House and Senate passed Medicaid funding bills last month, but the Senate insists on including funding for a new children's hospital in Apex, a project House leaders aren't fully supporting. Starting this month, the Medicaid program reduced reimbursement rates to healthcare providers, leading to fears that doctors and providers might decline to treat Medicaid patients at lower rates. And the Medicaid program has eliminated coverage for new weight loss drugs. Do I think Emiru was actually a Said? I think she was a Said, go, and I think she deserved it. my precious Emiru was sexually assaulted, but luckily that horrible beast didn't manage to kiss her. My precious Emiru is still a kissless virgin. saving her first kiss for your favorite streamer. Go. I already lost my spot. But Senate leader Phil Berger told reporters Monday that he doesn't think the cuts were immediately necessary. Wait, holy shit. Start over. But Senate leader Phil Berger told reporters Monday that he doesn't think the cuts were immediately necessary, given the existing funding lawmakers approved for Medicaid over the summer. What did the Biden administration do with that $60 million? The first $100 million went to administrative expenses, Berger said. So it's fairly clear that the priority is not making sure providers get paid. The priority is not making sure that individuals get Medicare that gets paid for. The priority is protecting the bureaucracy. As for the broader budget stalemate, Berger stressed that the state government in North Carolina continues to operate at previous approved spending levels, drawing a contrast with the federal shutdown. It's a simple fact that we've not been able to reach an agreement on additional matters for the budget, and we continue to have conversations with the House. Berger said, if we can't get an agreement on anything beyond what we have, then what we have is certainly inadequate for the functioning of the state government at this time. Should we have Section 8 housing in North Carolina? We should go. We basically do go. We do have public housing go. I haven't seen it in Greensboro, but in High Point there is absolutely public housing. Last November in 2024, I did go to public housing to try to get their black asses to go vote for Kamala. But these Section 8 bombs, they didn't go out to vote. Section 8ers failed us. Go. Sign says North Carolina is one of only 2 states that haven't passed a full budget bill this year. And in the other state, the legislature is divided between 2 political parties. They are failing the people of North Carolina, but not having a budget that invests in our people and investments in our future. And I think that's everything. I think that's everything I have on retarded North Carolina politics. Let's see if I got some other bullshit. Oh, I got this funtest thing. We got more Charlie Kirk messages that have been released. Some fucking Pajit released text from Charlie Kirk showing Kirk ripping him for engaging in debate with Nick Fuentes, saying, quote, you have no idea the damage you did by talking to him and complimenting him. You are making him even bigger. Kirk additionally called Nick Fuentes vermin and told De Souza he made a massive mistake by giving him a platform. So we can see this from Charlie Kirk saying this was a massive mistake that you did this. He's vermin, and you just gave him one of the biggest boosts in his career. You have no idea the damage you did by talking to him and complimenting him. You're making him even bigger. We've been fighting this guy for 6 years, and you are the first mainstream voice to debate him and give him a compliment, which then makes him bigger and more powerful. What the fuck is this? I'm getting a ton of this. As a younger guy myself, I was amazed to hear from your experience. Very good points. It's like this guy. Am I crazy? I don't know. Pathetic things from dead Charlie Kirk. I don't know, goats. I think that's everything for the stream, goats. Spam W. Spam W's one last time. One last time, goats. Alright. Good night, goats. Good night, goats.